next speaker. The next speaker is Professor Mohammed Masood Ahmed. Professor Mohammed Masood Ahmed is a professor of healthcare management, author, and poet with more than 3 decades of service in various areas of healthcare and management studies and the administrator of various institutions. He is presently the Hospital Chief Operating Officer and Vice President, Association of Health and Hospital Administrators. He was the director of the MESCO, Institute of Management and Computer Sciences, Hyderabad from 2021 to 2022, the director of Indo-US Hospital, Hyderabad from 2015 to 2019, Principal Deccan School of Management from 1993 to 2013, President Association of Indian Management Schools, AIMS, a networking organization of around 650 national management institutions, including IMMs, ISB, XLRI, and MDI in December 2011, and the Member Executive Board Association of Management Development Institutions in South Asia in 2007. Professor Masood, author of 7 books, and has a brilliant academic background with 7 master's degrees, which includes the MBA, MCOM, MA Economics, MSc Psychology, MHSC Public Health, MPhil Management, and LLM. The stage is yours.
It gives me immense pleasure to be here as a speaker for this session. And my topic is medical ethics. I think in the introduction, Dr. Sattar would have told that I'm professor of healthcare management. This is my 33rd year of academics and spending time in educational institution where teaching healthcare management. The current area of teaching is medical ethics, hospital laws and regulations, these things. So let me start my presentation. So because the medical ethics, see, ethics is the general term. The ethics is the general term. The ethics can be used for the different domain, the different sector, like ethics can be used in every profession. Ethics can be used in business and ethics can be used in profession. So now today's presentation is confined to the medical ethics, means the ethics we are going to discuss in the field of medical sciences and allied areas. So here, medicine is the science and practice of caring for a patient, managing the diagnosis, prognosis, prevention, treatment, palliation of their injury and disease, and promoting their health. So if you are from the medical background, you may be knowing that what is medicine and the concept of medicine, nature and scope. So I do understand that the viewers and participants, they are from the different sectors and different domain. So I thought I'm avoiding the technical jargon and the medical jargon. So it should be understood by a layman or the student from other faculty and the professional from the other field. So it is the pictorial representation in the healthcare sector and the medicine. So these many activities, functions and operations we have. So this is the thing. Now let us go for what is ethics. Ethics for a layman, in generic way, I can say it is right doing or wrong doing. So here we can have the decision what is right doing and what is wrong doing. Right doing, which we are going to believe, adopt and follow. Wrongdoing, we are not going to believe and we don't follow that one. So here the ethics, we should be in a position to take the decision what are the do's and what are the don'ts. So for a layman, this is the simple meaning of ethics, that what we should do and what we should not do. So this is the thing. So now the ethics in general, it has got the various traits and parameters. So it is something like this: the integrity, morale, principles, honesty, right, fairness, responsibility, and consensus, choice, honor, value. So these many concepts we talk whenever we go for the ethics. So here as I told you in the last slide. So the ethics will tell you, will give the rule, will give the protocol, and will give the philosophy, what are our do's and what are our don'ts. That is based on the highest level of integrity and honesty. So this is about the ethics. Now, now we are going for some academic definition of ethics. Ethics is a system of moral principles. They affect how people make decisions and lead their lives. Ethics is concerned with what is good for the individual and society, and it is also described as a moral philosophy. See, when we talk about the ethics, ethics we talk at micro level, and ethics we talk about the macro level. It means the ethics for an individual. When my discussion is confined to the medical sciences and the healthcare institution, so here ethics I talk for a particular doctor, and ethics I talk about a particular nurse, and ethics I talk about the hospital administrator and hospital management. So it is at micro level. And ethics in the healthcare sector, how we are going to have the ethics in the healthcare sector, that is at a macro level. So it will be at a micro level and it will be at a macro level. So medical ethics is a one more academic definition. It is a system of moral principles that apply values and judgments to the practice of medicine. See, whenever we are going to practice the medicine. See, practicing medicine, direct party, the direct individual, the direct party, it is the physician and the doctor. But what happens, you take the healthcare services, it is not only the doctor, we have the supporting staff and the staff from the allied area. Like you have the nursing staff and you have technical staff, you have other operational and supporting staff. So whenever we talk about the moral principle, it is not only for the clinical department, even for the non-clinical department, that we should know. And that the scope and definition of medical ethics, it is something like morality refers to the social norm that distinguish between the right and wrong in human conduct. And the next one is moral action based on the professional character, ethical principles in each profession. So these are the basic structure of medical ethics. I think across the globe we follow this type of moral principles. We categorize into 4 pillars of medical ethics. The pillar of beneficence, this term is derived from the benefit, providing benefit. The pillar of non-maleficence, there should not be no malpractice, no misrepresentation, and no fraud. And the third pillar is the pillar of autonomy, liberty, and liberty based on that. And the last pillar of the medical ethics, it is the pillar of justice. So the medical ethics based, and it is the foundation of the medical ethics, it is based on these 4 pillars. Let us go a little bit detail. The 4 pillars, the first one, I told you this term, beneficence, we have derived from the benefit, to benefit, providing benefit, or benefiting somebody, some individual or a group of individuals. It is defined as an act of charity, mercy, and kindness with a strong connotation of doing good to others, including moral obligation. Non-maleficence, the principle of non-maleficence holds that there is an obligation not to inflict harm on others. So we are not providing any harm, and there is no destructive thing, and there is no negativity, and there should not be any pessimistic the mindset. So this is the second pillar. And the third one, it is based on the autonomy. It is about the person's ability to act on his or her own values and interests. Taken for ancient Greek, the word means self-legislation or self-governance. the autonomy, the term autonomy, it is based on the philosophy of the self-legislation and self-governance. This is the third pillar. And the first one, I think the most important, the essential part of the four pillar, it is the justice. It means giving each person what he is or she deserves, or in moral traditional terms, giving each person his or her due. Justice and fairness are closely related terms that are often today used interchangeably or synonymously. So this is about the four pillars of medical ethics. Now, let us go for other major principles we have whenever we talk about, say, medical ethics. It is the honesty, it is the integrity. Just now in the four principles, all these parameters already we have discussed, but in the bullet form, I have got this is the honesty and integrity, justice, respect, loyalty, responsibility, accountability, confidentiality, professional behavior, law abiding. So these are the things. So whenever we talk about the major principles, see, as my topic says, it is the medical ethics, a new age challenge. So in the modern era at present, so whenever we talk about the medical ethics, now the total structure is different, whether it is the east or west or the south or north, because the opening of economy, we have the healthcare sector or medical sector in the private sector, private enterprise or private companies. So there the ultimate objective of the private sector is the profit maximization and the wealth maximization. So there what happens, no, the based on the philosophy of the profit maximization and wealth maximization, you will have to boost your business, you have to boost your sales. So in that way, somewhere we have the major challenges about the medical ethics. It is not only for the clinical staff, but also for the non-clinical and management staff. So whether a person is there sitting on the front office of a hospital as a receptionist, or the person who is working in the operation theater, or the doctor who is giving the outpatient consultancy, for all these individuals, this is very, very important. So these parameters we have to look after: honesty, integrity, justice, respect, loyalty, responsibility, accountability, confidentiality, professional behavior, and law abiding. So now, something in the Asian countries, the underdeveloped countries and developing countries here, some sort of vested interest is there at a different level. So it may be the corruption, and the corruption, the maybe event like bribery, that unfair practices and vested interest. So how we are confronting and facing with the corruptive practices in the medical sciences. So first of all, let us define what is the bribery actually. In general, everybody talk about the bribe. It is the corruption. But what is it actually? Bribery is the offering, giving, receiving, or asking, or any tangible and non-tangible item of value to influence the decision or action of an official, authority, or person in charge, including their relatives and friends, and a public and private or legal duty or authority. See here, this definition of bribery, so it is there that influencing some individual or the group of individual, maybe one person, maybe a group, maybe organization, or maybe an industry. So the bribery may happen anything. It may be a tangible form. It may not be. It may not be in tangible form. Somebody may be giving the money. Somebody may be giving in the form of gift, some services and all. So that it is the bribery. Now, more than half of the corruption is invisible. See, I traveled most of the countries, developing countries and underdeveloped countries. So what happens now in our day-to-day life, we think that there is no corruption, but half of the corruption, my observation is, it may be debatable and somebody may argue with me, but what I see that it is observed that more than half of the bribe givers and takers are unaware and do not realize they are corrupt. The observation that there are different types of natures of corruption in practice. So it may not be visible. Conceptually may not be taken. You may not be realizing, the person who is giving the bribe and person who is taking the bribe, that there is a bribe. Because you are not in a position to realize that. You think that giving some dollars, few dollars, or some currency, some form, you're giving to one person, that you think that it is a corruption and all, because you want to influence other person to take some advantage, have some advantage. So it may be currency, it may be anything, it may be favor and all. If I am a doctor, that no, that some of the pharmaceutical company, they may be giving some foreign ticket to me and foreign trip and picnic to me and my family member and friends and relatives. So I'm not providing any service to that pharmaceutical company, but they wanted to influence my decision. That is the delivery of the healthcare process. They want to influence me. So this is the thing. Now that the forms of bribe, the tangible bribe may be money, gold, silver, land, house, car, furniture, fixture, electronic items, and any other physical item which has monetary value. And intangible bribe, providing unreasonable, inappropriate, and irrational and air travel, club membership, insurance policy, paying any utility bill, and any other favor in the intangible form to the individual or authority who in return does some favor or gives the advantage by bypassing the rules and regulation prevailing. So you are providing some tangible and intangible form of bribe to opposite person, maybe one person or group of person, and you are taking undue advantage. Some advantage you are getting out of system, out of some authority. So this is the thing. And friends, now I think I've got my concluding slide. The major principle of medical ethics. With this slide, I would like to conclude that no, there should be some takeaway for the individuals who are working in the healthcare sector or the medical area. It is the responsibility. See, remember, across the globe, there are few noble professions like medical sciences and the teaching profession. It is something different, actually. It is service to the mankind and the service to the humanity. That responsibility, the sense of responsibility you should have. The second one is sense of accountability. Sense of accountability where you should know that you are a doctor, you are a physician, and you are the healthcare provider, and you have the accountability. Accountability may be by some regulatory body or some government and authority, or it may be at the self level. It is the self accountability. And the third parameter we have in the concluding remark, it is the confidentiality. See, when we are dealing with the medical sciences and the healthcare, you have the patient community, the fact of private information being kept secret, that is thing. And the second last is the professional behavior. You are working as a physician, you are working as a doctor, you are working as a healthcare professional or a supporting staff. The professional behavior in the workplace is combination of attitude, appearances, and manners. It includes the way you speak, look, act, and make decision. The main principle of professional work behavior include treating your managers and colleagues and clients with respect. And the last one, law abiding. Law abiding means all the individual, you'll be working in some organization, some locality, or some region, geographical region, or in a particular country. So there, the whatever laws and regulations are there, the constituted and defined by any authority, authority or the government that you'll have to follow. A law-abiding person always obeys the law, and it is considered to be the good and honest because of this. So, friends, I think this is my presentation. The presentation, it is about medical ethics, a new age challenge. So, friends, I think my apology initially I did not say because I am late by 10, 12 minutes. I thought that I could make it, but my time was used by Dr. Sattar for introducing myself. Friends, this is my presentation. If you have got any specific question, so you can talk to me, and and uh, for others know that this is my contact. So anybody has got anything now, if the moderator is allowing, I can answer, or you can take down the details, and you can have any query. Yeah, Dr. Sattar.
Yes.
Now the meeting is open for questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Professor Masood.
Yeah.
As I told you might have heard, I am running a paramedical college in Patna, Bihar. So
Okay.
at this level, at the early level, what medical ethics I should teach to my students who are
Yeah,
just
friends, yeah,
yeah.
it is very important question. I think most of the professional education, whether it is engineering or pharmacy or management courses or the business courses, even medical sciences, now we have got the full-fledged subject called the ethics.
Yeah.
Whatever I have made the presentation actually in Hyderabad, there is a historical university. It is called the Nizam Institute of Medical Sciences, where I teach the full course. Full course for one semester, it is the medical ethics. I teach there. So, to whom I am teaching to the BSc 4-year students in the medical sciences. So, more or less, whatever you are telling, the question you have got, I am teaching the full course to the BSc 4-year critical care, BSc 4-year paramedical students, BSc 4-year nursing students, BSc 4 years nephro, dialysis, operation theater, all these persons. So this course belongs to the bachelor's degree, 4 years belongs to the paramedical board. And here in the south, where I am from Hyderabad, so south, most of the medical colleges and these paramedical courses, they keep the course as a medical ethics. I think one thing, no, initially we started in South that it is the non-credit course. But now the government is giving a lot of focus on this. They have made the credit course this one. So you can add as a non-credit or credit course, because you may have your university system. If there is no prescription of this subject, then you can have as a non-credit module at least. So you can have a session of about 8 to 10 hours or 20 hours, depending upon the feasibility. So I think this is required. This is required. Friends,
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Professor Masood. Thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Dr.